What's up, people? I'm Alex.
And I'm Topsy.
And we're Sync the Beat Podcast. And welcome back to another episode. Been a minute. Said it's been a minute. Come and show me you can have it. You can have it. Big up, Leanne. Big up, Leanne, bro. But yeah, it's been a minute. Last time we filmed an episode was with the Americans.
Yeah, the New Yorkers.
Yep, and New Jersey with Underground Advocates. If you ain't listened to that episode, I do recommend you do.
And you've been on holiday since then?
I have. I've been busy.
Tell us about that holiday, because it's the first one that they ever did, right?
Yes, so it was an event made by the organizers of Afro Nation.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No.
You don't know that?
I thought it was a completely new group.
So if you have a look at Afro Nation's page, they have a new stage, and it's the Afrotronik stage, which is the name of the event that I went to, Afrotronik, and it was just for the Afro house lovers, the Amapiano lovers, the electronic lovers, should I say, as well. Mainstream house, they dabbled within that. And Gom, 3-step, it was all there. And it was a 3-day weekender in Tenerife. And I got invited to go. It was brilliant. Brilliant event. I went on my own because everyone ditched me. Everyone was like, either it's too short notice or they didn't have money because they all went to Malta or Freedom Street or wherever they went to. But I thought, do you know what? I've got a bit of time to kill before I start my new job, and I'm going to go. And I went and I had the best time. But what I will say is I can solo travel, but when it comes to like festival weekenders, even though there were a lot of like solo travelers, people found their tribe really early on. And would I say I found my tribe? I would say I was a chameleon. I could dip and dive into. Yeah.
Do you prefer it that way, or do you think it would have been better if you had like a core group that you could always?
It would have been good to have a core group.
Okay, fine.
I did have a friend that I met out there, big up Rianne, and she was with her boyfriend, but her boyfriend didn't come to the events.
Oh.
He only came to the last night.
He's just chilling.
Yeah, he's chilling.
Okay,
He's just a free spirit. So I was with her the first couple of days, and like the first 3 days actually, well, the only 3 days. And he came to the last day. It was vibes. And yeah, I met some like other boys early on. I never ever paid for travel because I always got dropped off in someone's car, which was a blessing. But yeah, the event as a whole, for the first time, I think it was brilliant. The first night was with Shimza headlining. And obviously, because it's the first day, everyone is still trying to like break the ice and get to know each other. So like everyone was like forcing the vibe in a good way.
Yeah.
Whereas like
everybody wanted to have a good time.
Exactly. So you had to force the vibe. Met my friend Rose out there. She does a lot of events with Status PR. A lot of Amapiano events that get into her. She's amazing. And then the second day was the pool party in a hotel. In Hard Rock Hotel, and that's where the first night was. Hard Rock Hotel, that pool party was the best, in my opinion. That party was fantastic.
And I saw people actually were in the pool, because sometimes in pool parties, everyone's around the pool, but no one's actually in it.
To be fair, a lot of people were around the pool in the beginning, but you know how it is with us black people. When it's the last 2 hours, that's when everyone wants to catch a vibe. Whereas in the first couple hours, it's like everyone's chilling, gathering their bearings, having a drink, having a chat, which is understandable. But yeah, I got into the pool really early, to be fair. I got there quite early too. And the pool party was brilliant. For Francis Mercier headlined. We had Melee. We had, I forgot the lineup, but it was a brilliant lineup. And everyone let loose on that day. Yeah, but it finished at 8 p.m. So
I was going to ask, was it a mixture of daytime and nighttime, or was it mainly afternoon going into late evening and then...
Afternoon to late evening. So I think it started at 12 and finished at 8.
Perfect. As a grown person, perfect.
Yeah.
And then it finishes early enough that if you want to go to bed, you could go to bed, but also early enough that if you still want to go out afterwards, you can.
You can go out. I just wished that Afrotronik actually planned
an after party or something,
after
like
party.
an optional like add-on or whatever.
Yeah, but they never did. So people had to plan it themselves, like boat parties and stuff. They had to plan it themselves. So that sucked a bit. So I think that's what they need to work on.
Maybe feed that back to them.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, I need to fill in a form anyway. But like, if things finish early, plan an after party. And most of the events finished, the first event finished at, I think, 11. Second finished at 8. And then the third one finished at 4 because it started at 9. So
4 a.m.
Yeah, 4 a.m. And the last event headlined, who was a headliner? Major League's DJ. Honey Love. There was Delilah.
But you know what, though? As event organisers, for people attending, I think those times are perfect.
Yeah.
It's just, if you want to keep the party going, it just means there's something needs to fill in that gap.
And to be fair, you're completely right, because by the last night, I was fatigued. It started at 9 p.m, yeah, so I had the whole day to myself. I slept, I ate.
Yeah, that makes sense, because you need
to recoup for the evening. But even by the time it was evening, I was still so exhausted. I was forcing the vibe, and no alcohol or anything helped. I was so sleepy, and I was so sleepy to the point where I missed my flight the day afterwards on purpose.
Okay.
And I just booked another flight the next day and extended my Airbnb because I couldn't travel back in that state.
He said, I'm too grown for this.
I'm too grown. I've got time. I had the money to do it, so let me do it.
Clock it.
So it's not that cheap to fly from Tenerife, but yeah, man.
Oh, that's good. Okay, I want to go next year now. Like, you sold it to me.
Good. I think we should all go as a group. Like, I think we should have a massive group going together.
Okay.
It's a fucking vibe.
We'll start planning it. Oh my God, Sync the Beat and
Afrotronik. And Friends, yeah. So big up Afrotronik.
Afrotronik, woo!
And big up Dawn as well. Big up Dawn from The Beat Radio. And on that case, someone else is working for The Beat Radio, The Beat 103.6 FM. Who is it?
Who that? Who that? Me!
Yay!
Big up Alex for the intro, the hookup.
The trials and tribulations.
Well, I'm yet to be child and tribuled, but so far so good. Like, I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning a lot of stuff about like the production side of things. But you know what? As people who already write, produce, edit, make our own content, I feel like a lot of the skills we got from here are going to be like really transferable over there. So I'm looking forward to it.
I think with wherever you work, what we do is already what people get paid to do. You know what I mean? In a big capacity, but obviously within their guidelines. So big up you. Welcome.
Big
Welcome
up
as an intern.
Yay.
She's doing it. She's joined. Topsy's now on her radio journey, so we can't wait to see what this looks like. She's also, by the time this episode is out, she would have done a talk as well.
Yes, I'm doing a talk on Wednesday. It's for this page called Her Show She Tells. So it's basically like a forum for women in loads of different like industries or areas to basically talk about what they do, inspire others, and basically like a show and tell. So I got approached to do that, so that'll be quite cool. Looking forward to it.
By the time this episode is out, she would have already done it, so well done to Topsy for doing that. And let's end with the last bit of news before we actually move on. Your boy has leveled up.
Oh yes, Alex, where are you now? Let them know.
Guys, I'm training with BBC One Extra.
Yes, honey.
Insane, innit?
How have you been finding it?
Well, the first week has just been training.
Okay, fine.
Just hardcore training on software, on the departments, BBC's values as well.
So that's a big boy. Was it British Broadcast Channel?
Yeah. Lot.
So you're a company man now.
Do you know what? I don't like being corporate, but this is like creative corporate.
Yeah, what's creative corporate like? Because you said everyone's like still casual, like everyone's in
people
their
rock up in tracksuits and do-rags and whatever they want to wear. On my department, at least, everyone's chill. Can't wait to actually get stuck into it. I'll be working on Rummy Berg's show, DJ Targets. I'll be going to Birmingham as well to work on Day Day and Kaylee. There's so much I'm working on. So next week is just working in different departments and like building skills there. Then a week after, I'll actually be working on producing shows. Babe, I'm trying to be a bona fide radio producer and then eventually like a radio host. But it's so funny because I don't really mind about the hosting thing because we do it with Sync the Beat. And like for like solo endeavors, if someone was to ask me to host an event, I would do it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not missing that aspect of, oh, I really want to host a BBC. In my opinion, it will come with time. Maybe not at the BBC, maybe somewhere else, but it will eventually.
Yeah. Let's start off with what we've been listening to this week.
What are we listening to? I have been listening to Mariah Carey's new album, Nonstop, Here for It All. I love it. I think it's classic Mariah Carey. I think even though she's 50, in her 50s, right? She's grown. And you can hear that her voice is aged. But for me, in a good way, because I was never an old school Mariah Carey fan too tough. Yeah, I know.
I am. Sometimes I still be listening to all the old stuff. Yeah, I love old school Mariah. There was when she was around the 2000s time, I wasn't really a huge fan. But I like this new era.
This latest one. I think from 2010 onwards, that's when I started listening to Mariah, as in that kind of era. And I've delved back into her previous stuff as well, but I loved her previous album, Caution, the Emancipation of Mimi, Me, Myself, Mariah, Delusive Chanteuse, I don't know how to pronounce that word. I'm a very recent Mariah fan, but this album, I fucking loved it. Confetti and Champagne is one of my favorite songs. I listen to it every single day. Cheers, 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 cheers to me, not you, just me. It's petty as fuck. And it's yeah, you know what? Cheers to me, bitch. I fucking love that song and I think it should blow up. There's loads of other songs.
She's grown enough to be able to sing those kind of songs. She's paid her dues. She is the Mariah Carey.
Exactly.
Why not?
Exactly. Her vocals are still there. She's still hitting these high notes and everything. I love My Love. I love the title track, Here for It All. I love the gospel song with the Clark sisters. I love Me.
Okay.
I love everything.
But
what?
Sugar Sweet.
Oh yeah. Right.
You love everything but Sugar Sweet.
So it's not like I don't dislike it. It's my least favorite on the album. I think it's because I don't think you needed Kalani and Shenseea on it.
I think it's the song that nobody asked for and nobody really needed, but it's still cute. It's a cute song.
It's a cute bop. Sugar, sweet.
And the collaboration is so random. You've got Shenseea, you've got Kehlani, and you've got Mariah Carey. I would never have put them on a song together.
You don't need it.
But I think it works.
You know, on the vinyl presses, it's a solo version.
Oh, she doesn't have them on it.
Oh. I think because the vinyls are pressed before.
Oh, fine. The collabs.
Yeah, the collab came. But then there's you the one of Anderson .Paak.
Play
this song.
Yeah. Play this song.
That's a good song. That's a very good song.
Yeah. That gives me nostalgia vibes.
Yeah. You know that they're dating?
Huh?
You didn't know that?
Huh?
Yeah, they've been dating for a minute. No, seriously. They're in a relationship.
Love that for her.
Mariah Carey's new album, Here for It All, is released independently through a label called Gamma.
Okay.
It charted at number 31 on the charts, UK. Billboard charted at number 7. I think for someone of her stature and her longevity, I think those are decent numbers. In the UK, she doesn't really come here, so I understand why it's not that high.
Number 7 on the Billboards isn't bad.
But on the UK charts, 31. But she doesn't come here, so I get it. But then people still know her. People will still love her.
When she was doing her recent tour, she didn't come here.
Oh, no. She did come here.
Did she?
She did come here because she was on One Extra with Nadia J.
Oh.
She was.
But did she only do one London show or something like that?
No.
She didn't do a show?
No, she did, I think she did listening parties here or interviews here and she played a couple songs. I remember seeing this on the TL.
But she didn't do a concert.
I don't think she did a concert, but no, she did do a circuit here because she was also, she did a lot of stuff on TikTok. She has done a circuit. I stand corrected. Mariah Carey did come here and she was about, but yeah, she was on One Extra of Nadia J. She charted number 4 on the UK independent charts and number 1 on the Billboard independent charts. So she's still doing a thing, you know, and rightly deserved. I mean, it was released on the same week as Doja Cat's album as well. There was quite a few albums that were coming out at the time and she charted very decently. So
good for her.
Yep. What are you listening to, Topsy?
I've been listening to a little bit of our good sis Cardi B, her new album, Am I the Drama? And yes, she is the drama. She is that girl. Do you know what it is? The whole court case thing came out at the right time because it's like free promo for her.
Yeah.
She didn't do anything but sit in that chair and be herself, and it worked. And one thing, I was talking about this with one of my friends, and one thing about Cardi B, I think she's very intelligent with what she does.
Oh yeah, she's smart.
When she speaks, she can articulate her points, but she doesn't try to do it with like vocabulary. She talks the way she talks on purpose, and it works because it makes her relatable and she's likable. The Cardi B album, and you know, one thing I like about Cardi B is she's got a distinctive flow, but it's not repetitive. Like, not to pit them against each other, but someone like Meg Thee Stallion, sometimes I find her songs all blend into one. Sometimes I find it hard to distinguish one song from another because her flow is so similar on every song. But Cardi B switches things up, and I like the fact that she also taps into her Latina heritage as well. So sometimes we get a bit of Spanish, a bit of that reggaeton vibe in some of her songs as well. And she had a lot of good collaborations on this album. We've got a few songs with Summer Walker. We've got Selena Gomez, Lizzo, Cash Cobain.
I like the Lizzo song. I think it's very good.
We even got Janet Jackson. So I think the album's kind of doing what it needs to do. She took her time with it, which I'm not mad at. Do you think she'll win another Grammy for it?
I don't know. I don't know how big this year has been. I don't really know the numbers.
Fine.
But like, what singles have actually done well? Imaginary Players didn't do well. I mean, that was just, I don't know if that was a single or just a buzz track, but obviously it was a play on Jay-Z's song.
But it reached number 1 on the US Billboard charts.
Did it? Imaginary Players? Or Am I the Drama?
Am I the Drama? Yeah. So it's her second debut number 1. So we'll see how it goes. I think she'll do well with this album. I think she's a likable woman. I think she's got that on her side. I like her songs, her lyrics.
I do want to touch on a topic which I think will lead into our next conversation about how you market yourself as an artist and how the general public digest you. So, Beyoncé. Beehive have cancelled Topsy because of her comments about Beyonce being everywhere and oversaturated and releasing every year. Why is she there? People, the Hive have come for her neck.
The Hive are crazy.
They've been saying black on black crime, misogyny.
They're saying I'm a self-hating, dark-skinned black woman. They're saying, they call me ugly.
They've been going in on her.
They said I was a loser. They said I need to get a life.
They said we had a failed podcast. We just launched it a year ago. You guys...
It's failed enough that you're commenting, yeah?
Not even that. It's failed enough that you guys are reposting this. This conversation happened last year. It happened a while ago, and all of a sudden, Hive have dug it up. But I tried to warn Topsy. She didn't listen to me. When it comes to speaking about Mother, you have to come with facts. You can't just be speaking willy-nilly. I think that's what the problem is.
Yeah, I think the problem was I didn't get the point I didn't articulate what I was trying to say well.
At all.
Yeah, I didn't articulate what I was trying to say.
At all. You weren't listening to me either. And I think what I did miss out on that conversation is the fact that she did release Everything Is Love with her husband, Jay-Z. She released The Gift as well during that time. And for me, yes, it kept her in the music industry, but they weren't as big as her studio albums or what she does with her studio albums or the singles and stuff. So
I think The Gift was quite big though, because it collabed with a lot of different artists, so it did get a lot of buzz.
And that is what I actually want to bring up next. It's those albums were collaborative. You know, so it wasn't just Beyonce. For me, it just wasn't just Beyonce on her own. It was Beyonce with a collective, you know. So it did kind of keep her in the industry. And I see why you'd say that she's oversaturated, but I don't think any of her accolades is she doesn't deserve them. She does.
But I'm not saying she's oversaturated in a bad way. But what I mean is, like, there was a time where anytime I'd go on Instagram to scroll, there's something about Beyonce, something about Blue Ivy, something about that family, which again isn't a bad thing. But when nobody else is doing anything, there's nobody else to write about. So it just seems like
people are doing stuff. It just came
everywhere,
up on your algorithm,
all
babe.
the time.
But that's your algorithm.
Okay. Maybe I need to change my algorithm then.
Yeah, I don't think that's a Beyonce problem.
I'm not saying it's a Beyonce problem.
But do you see why it sounds like it though?
I'm not saying it's a Beyonce
problem. But then you're saying,
I'm just saying that's just how I feel.
Yeah, that's how you feel because that's your algorithm. But then you're also saying it just feels like there's nothing else to write about. You weren't writing about anything anyway at the time. So what are you talking about?
I'm not an artist to be writing music.
No, but you said there was no one else to write about because all you see is Beyonce and Blue Ivy.
No, what I mean is like the blogs aren't writing about anything else. They're only ever writing about Beyonce.
They were. I think they were, but then also Beyonce is and still is the hot topic. Beyonce is Beyonce. She has longevity. She has the stardom. She has the music. She has the art. So
that's great.
Why would you not want to write about her when she's doing all these things? And obviously, when it came to her babies, she was scrutinized a lot. Oh, her bump is fake. Do you think Beyonce wants that shit out? She doesn't. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not like she asks for these things to happen.
Definitely
She is the hot topic. She is the moment. She is mother. She is queen. So people are going to speak about her. Just like the way they speak about Rihanna. Rihanna hit 100 million Spotify listeners this month without releasing anything tangible. I mean, yes, she released that Smurf song, which was whack. Yes, she released Lift Me Up, which Tem should have sung herself. But still, she hit that stride. And what are people doing? You guys, Rihanna's better than Beyonce, clearly. And it's like you're still bringing mother into the forefront. So, and in that moment, Topsy, are you still going to blame Beyonce?
I've never blamed Beyonce. If people bring her up, I'm not saying that's Beyonce's fault. What I'm saying is, like, let's talk about something else.
Okay, people are talking about something else.
Okay, great.
You're just looking in the wrong places.
Okay, maybe it's maybe it's a Topsy problem.
But then also as a black woman,
I've never
listen,
brought her down.
You said give someone else the opportunity to win the Grammys, and it's not like she hasn't won. She hasn't not won Grammys, if that makes sense. And she hasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not like she wins everything. Yeah, she's the most nominated stuff.
At that time. It was the Grammys was just Beyonce. She was in like so many categories. Maybe I was just tired, and maybe it's a Topsy problem. I will take the L. But what I meant by the awards though is sometimes it's supposed to be a competition, right?
Yeah.
And when somebody is so skilled in their artistry, it's like it's not even. She's at this point she's competing against. She's just trying to top herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I'm not saying that's a Beyonce problem. I think that's great.
That's amazing. I think you should only compete for yourself in life.
As a spectator, it's a bit like, oh, okay, cool. Well, we know Beyonce's going to win because there's nobody else that can touch her. Yeah, everybody just up your game. That's it. Okay. I want award shows to be like, okay, who's like an actual anticipation of who's going to win.
And I still think it is because she only just won Album of the Year. Do you know what I mean? So even with the anticipation, even though she was nominated like past 5 times, she still didn't win. So it's a competition. How is she going to up herself? How is she going to get that Album of the Year? And she did it with Calvin Carr.
She is constantly upping herself,
Yeah, and she's constantly recording. And even before, when she was big, let's talk about the 4 era, when she released like Dance For You and Party and Run the World. She was still up and coming in her own right. She just left her dad. She left her recent team from previous Sasha Fierce era and before that. So she has been climbing and building. Now she's done it. She's still doing it. She probably doesn't even think she's done it yet. She's still doing more. You know, so I think if everyone can kind of not follow that formula, that's not what I'm trying to say. Follow a path where you can achieve longevity, conversation, and stardom. Mariah Carey's done it. Whitney Houston did it. Is still doing it through posthumously.
Yeah.
You know, Tyler's still on an uprise. There's people are still climbing. Kalani's been doing it for years, and now look at her. She's been doing it for fucking years, and Folded is massive now. It's everywhere. I hear it like 10 times a day. Muni Long, songwriter, she's been writing under Priscilla Renee for years, and now she's made it.
Did you hear her new song?
Delulu, I like it. I think it's so dramatic. Topsy, any last words to Beehive?
Leave me alone. And you lot get a life. How about that?
No, you lot are doing too much. I can't lie to you. You lot are doing way too much. Don't get personal when it comes to opinions.
I'm
just
open to constructive criticism. You can tell me that, like, oh, you're talking rubbish, and back it up with facts. Some people actually did back it up with facts, which I greatly appreciate. But when you're now coming for things that have nothing to do with the conversation, like, that's not making sense.
Did you read that DM from the person on our page
that you send the voice note?
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, but black and black crime, misogyny. I said, what the fuck, bro?
Like, where are you getting all of this from?
Shut up. It's coming out words out your ass.
It's like, it's almost as if I put like I said, I'm cursing Beyonce and her whole bloodline, the way people were coming for me.
I'm bored.
And do you know what? You were right. When I did post the clip, because I'm the one that edits the clips, and I edit it on purpose like that. And you said, don't do that because you're good. And I thought it would cause controversy, but in a good way that will spark conversation. But it did the opposite. And I think, yeah. Anyway, next time I will back up my points when I talk about Beyonce, or I just won't talk about Beyonce. I'll just leave it there. Beyonce, love you.
Don't talk about Beyonce. Thank you, Beyonce. Okay.
Thank you, Beyonce.
You have to say that because she's listening. Thank you, Beyonce. Okie dokie. So obviously, now Beyonce's a vocal producer. She's been producing since she was young. She's been writing since she was young. People just see her as a performer. So you don't believe that she's been writing.
No. Wait. No, it's not that. But a lot of people do get onto her for not writing her songs. But somebody in the comments as well made a good point that she hires writers. So she's also giving back to the community and putting other aspiring artists or songwriters on. So the fact that she's not got sole credits on her songs isn't actually a bad thing.
She does. She has credits on everyone.
No, as if she doesn't have sole credits.
Oh, yeah.
It's a collaborative effort.
And she's a collaborative girly now. Like, she's been doing it since she was young. She's tired. I'm sure she still has inspiration and, like, gives... What I think she does is she has a concept. She says, guys, like, work with it.
I can't do this myself. Come on board. Who's got the good ideas, and let's work together. And I think that's great.
So she curates these artists and stuff. I mean, she'll pick out snares and hits, like some people have said, like producers have come out and said she does do all of this stuff. When it comes to vocal producing, I do believe it is her at the forefront with other people's ideas, like The Dream, who she works with all the time.
I think he's produced on nearly all her songs. Yeah.
On all albums.
I actually want to talk about The Dream. Are you done with talking about Beyonce?
Yeah.
So we were talking about whether being a producer translates well into being an artist. And I didn't actually deep how many songs The Dream has produced. You know, in the early 2000s, whenever you hear Radio Killer, it's The Dream. He's written for Rihanna, Beyonce, who else? I think Sierra. Like, anyone in that era, he's had a song that he's produced. But as an artist, I don't think we really... I personally don't know him as an artist. And like, on the way here, I was listening to some of his songs and I was like, I don't know any of this. Like, he's released a few albums.
He's released 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 9.
And he's a respected producer. Like, when you hear The Dream, like, you know who The Dream is, but I wouldn't be able to tell you a single one of his songs.
9 albums and 9 kids.
Let's not talk about his personal life.
But, yeah, I know what you mean though. Like, these artists, but then I guess when you do listen to their work, you do hear where the influence of who they've written for, produced for, comes from. It's their brain.
Is it written for Beyonce, for Britney as well?
Yeah, Britney, Justin McCartney, Mariah Carey, Sierra, Brandy, Diddy, Mary J. Blige, Kylie Minogue, Janet Jackson, Tulisa.
Lol.
Tulisa girl.
Because, like, that's the thing. Whenever you hear Radio Killer, that's The Dream. But do you feel like because he's so solidified in his identity as a producer, it's hard for us to see him as an artist? Because I don't know what his sound would be as an artist.
It'll be R&B, but we don't know what the sound is. I know what you mean. Yeah, again, it's how you market yourself and where you thrive. It just really, really depends. Because Kanye is a producer. He produces bears of his songs. And he started off doing that, and now he's an artist. But I feel like because he was so forefront in the media and in front of the camera, that it kind of not washed away. The producer side, people knew him less as that, the general public.
Yeah, as in for me, I didn't know how much he did produce. It's only now, like, looking back into Kanye, I was like, oh, he's not just a...
Leon Thomas. Let's put some respect on Leon Thomas's name, please, because I think he's incredible. I mean, yes, he had a career before Victorious, but Victorious was his breakthrough.
Yeah.
And even on the show as Andre, he was multi-talented. It was a brilliant show. He was very multi-talented. And then obviously the breakout actor of that show was Ariana Grande. He produced a lot of songs on Ariana Grande's first album. I don't know if people know that. And them two are very close friends. And he's also been producing for other artists and writing in the background. Leon Thomas has been working.
Doesn't he comes from a family of musicians like who've been in the industry.
He's Leon Thomas the third, you know?
The third.
And it's only in the past couple of years where he's broken out. Obviously, Mutt was everywhere, is still everywhere. And I think it's so refreshing to hear and see someone who's been in the background for so long finally having their moment. And he's only going to get bigger. He's now like one of the forefront of mainstream current day R&B, you know? And it reminds me of Prince in a way where he's a multi-instrumentalist and he's producing and writing his songs, and now he's the face of it himself, as opposed to the people he'd write or produce for being the face.
Yeah, I think there are a few other people who have kind of done that transition well. I think Kerry Hilson, I think it worked for her. She came onto the scene with her as a solo artist with Knock You Down, Pretty Girl Rock, Energy, but she's actually like an acclaimed songwriter before that. Yeah, I didn't realize that Kerry Hilson wrote Gimme More for Britney Spears. She wrote Icebox for Marion. She's written for the Pussycat Dolls, for Sierra, for Usher. So I don't think her career as a solo artist had longevity, but while she was doing it, I think she did have that artist look, the artist sound, and I think it worked. I think she did that transition well. Another person, Victoria Monet.
Very well, and it's only recently where she's blown up in the past couple years. She's now won Grammys. She was the writer for Ariana Grande for a long time.
Yeah. And Chloe and Halle.
Yeah, and she had that song Monopoly of Ariana Grande, and I remember fans being like, why is she riding her coattails? But little did you know that Monet was behind Grande's work, so less of that please. And now she's
I think a lot of people who know Victoria Monet now, I don't think they know her for her songwriting. They know her as an artist, and she's got the full package. She can sing, she can dance, she's got the stage presence, she's got the look, she's pretty. So those are people that have done it very, very well.
Dating Stormzy as well.
That was so random.
Random era.
Random as hell.
Love that for them though.
Yeah. They broke up now.
Yeah.
And then also looking at it vice versa as people who were singers that go into songwriting and producing. So Billie Eilish, we know her as a singer, but she's now gone into the songwriting and production side as well.
She's always written though.
Yeah, but I feel like she's making that her like a thing for her. 'Cause you know, some artists write, but they don't make it like part of their identity. I feel like she's really made it like, I write all my songs.
It's always been her identity, babe.
Really?
Well, she's her and her brother producing and writing together.
But as in, what I'm saying though is not all artists do that. As in, I think it's
not
a staple of her.
I don't agree, but I know what you mean. I don't agree. I know what you mean, but I don't agree. She's always been doing it.
No, but what I'm saying is though, not all artists do
that.
Yeah,
I agree. Not all artists.
It's a thing for her.
Yeah, okay. For her, it's always been a thing. But go through the credits.
Yeah,
it's Phineas
and her.
That's written. Phineas produces obviously everything, and she's always been writing. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's obviously gotten tips from Phineas. You know, their brother and sister. You know, he's an artist in his own right as well. Not as big as Billy, but yeah.
But what I'm saying is that's where it works the other way, where you're an artist, but you've also got that legitimacy of being a songwriter.
Yeah, I agree.
Who else?
But not everyone can be the artist, and I think that's where it gets a bit tricky. Like, we can talk about Ray as well, where Ray's very, very interesting, because Ray was there in the Afro swing era, guys. What's that song? Check.
Do you know what? I feel like I just didn't even put the two and two together, that this is the same Ray.
She's been doing bare Afro swing stuff, like Decline as well, babe. Do you remember Decline of Mr. Easy?
I've never really paid attention to old Ray. I'm going to go back and do my homework.
Do it. Because she's
Afro Swing Ray.
She's released banging EPs as well.
Afro Swing Ray.
She's done bears.
Do you know, I feel like I just didn't put the connection in my head because Afro Swing feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, she's been about, and then she had her house era with like Joel Corey, David Guetta. You know, I got a bed, remember me tonight. Call on Me was her last single with her label, and that was a house song. I love Call on Me. Justice for Call on Me. I think it's brilliant.
And I like that Ray produces, because I was watching sort of some of the rollouts she did for Where's My Husband.
Baby, where the hell is my husband? Do you know how to do the bridge?
No.
You don't know how to do the bridge? Can I do it?
Okay, go for it.
I wear like a ring, I wear like a ring, I wear like a diamond ring on my wedding finger. I wear like a bigger shiny diamond that I can wave around and talk about it. And when the days ever come, forgive me, I can never doubt it. It took me a week to learn that, bitch. Yes! Fucking amazing.
But I was going to say, when she was doing the rollout for that, like, she was literally sitting at the computer at her home and she was like, oh yeah, and I do this, and I tweak this and do that. And it's like, why wouldn't it be a good song when she's written it, produced it, everything?
What me and Topsy were talking about off camera, actually, which is, I think it's good that we bring up, is how songs are going back to the traditional era of live instruments and live feels.
Yeah, live vocals, things that you could sit in a wine bar or jazz cafe and actually listen to, and it doesn't need this whole like production around it.
Yeah, like not everything is overly produced and like programmed,
auto-tuned and all of that.
And just synthetic sounds, you know, it's produced on a computer. So I was listening to Trevor Nelson's Black History Month mixtape on One Extra, and he played, I'll say to Topsy, he played I Want You Back by Jackson 5, and Tina Marie also came on, and they played Smokey Robinson, who there's a song that D'Angelo actually covered, Cruising, from Smokey Robinson. So he played the original to that.
He's another person that is a singer-songwriter producer.
He is indeed. And what I really, really enjoyed, and I actually got shivers. I was walking around in Lidl shopping and I got shivers because the live feel of how music used to sound.
I think we're returning to that.
We're slowly returning to that. Olivia Dean is bringing that back, you know, as well. I mean, most artists do that. Like Leon Thomas, he's doing that too. They're all live instruments. People play the shit live in the studio and mix it all together.
I feel like that was lost for a long time.
Yeah.
We lost that, but I like that we're going back to it. And I think a lot of people now, so I have a friend that I work with and he's always been like, you know, about work and he goes out and stuff, but every week he goes to concerts now because he's just found a new love of it. And
live gig.
Yeah, and he's never been like a music buff per se, but he's really like enjoyed the live experience. And I think a lot more people are going to live shows. I don't know if it's maybe because we're older so we have more money, but I have friends that are like, oh, this show's coming out, quick, let's get tickets. Like people are anticipating when the next performance is going to be, and a lot of people are going to like more intimate showings. So my brother went to Burna Boy, did an intimate showing maybe like a month or so ago. Not a concert, just an intimate showing. And my brother was like, it was beautiful. So I just want to touch on an artist who actually kind of sparked this topic of conversation. So Camille, again, a respected songwriter. She's written for the likes of Little Mix,
Jessie J, The Saturdays, Tinchy Strider, Little Mix, JLS, Leona Lewis, Ella Henderson, Cheryl Cole, Union J. These are like, most of them are X Factor.
Yeah, she's written for a lot of British stars.
Artists, yeah.
Which is great.
Ollie Mass, Sigma.
Yeah, Jax Jones, Heady One.
Louisa, Jesknin, Clean
Dua
Bandit.
Lipa. Oh yeah, Dua Lipa, that's it. Clean Bandit. Mabel, Don't Call Me Up.
Boyzone.
So,
S.G.
Camille,
Lewis.
she's won a lot of awards as well.
Ray.
She's a multi-award winning songwriter. So then she launched her solo career as a singer, as an artist. Great. It's not been very successful, but I feel like now she's leaning more into her producer bag. So
yeah,
her recent song, When I Lie, her whole rollout was like on TikTok, let's make this song together. So she like put it to like the viewers. She's like, okay, we can either do this harmony or this harmony. What do you guys think? And then they kind of voted on it and they made the song with her. Then even with like the promo, they helped to select the pictures and stuff like that, which I think is great. But when we were discussing it, we said it's confusing Because it's like, does she actually want to be a solo artist, or is she just basically saying, guys, you know me as a songwriter, but hey, I produce as well. So rather than her produce for other people, she's just producing her own songs to be like, I can do this too. And then if you want her on a song, get her on it. Because I don't think as a solo artist, it's not coming across that she cares or that she's trying too hard. I don't know. Or is it because she's independent, so she doesn't have the backing of a label? I don't know.
I don't think she wants to be boxed in.
Because when she did Mirror Mirror, that was very like R&B.
I don't think that was very R&B.
think it was
Maybe like more UK pop R&B.
R&B.
What I like that she's been doing is asking, she'll be getting DMs, write about this and the style of this. And she'd go through her whole producer process and do like a minute on it. I think that's brilliant. It's showing, it's not only fine-tuning your skills under pressure, under time constraints, but you're also delving into different avenues of different ideas coming from different people and seeing how quick you can materialize it. And I think that's fucking skillful. Like, props to her for doing that. In terms of being a solo artist, Ray could do that and she'll still be the artist Ray that people want to go and see in concert. But I don't think Camille is established enough as an artist, a performer. What are you giving me on stage? What are you giving in front of the camera? Styling is a big thing. How you're marketed is a big thing. What your team is doing. She's now independent. So everything is the image that you're portraying as an artist. What is your story? Like Leanne. Leanne is now independent, releasing music through Virgin, but she's created a narrative of Green being the Leanne that doesn't speak much and is quite timid and shy, and then the red Leanne where she doesn't play by the rules and her music has really transformed, you know. And the whole red aesthetic as well, it's more confident, you know. So as an artist, even if you are independent, you're still marketing yourself as an artist in a certain way, and that's what people gravitate towards.
Yeah, I think if you're going to do the whole singer-songwriting or artist-producer type thing, you need to have a clear identity, because then it makes it easier for fans to connect with you and know what you're about. I feel like it's easy to kind of identify. I think that's why people like Ray, because she has a clear identity.
She has a sound, yeah. She has an identity as well.
Yeah, whereas someone like Camille... I feel like we don't really know. I think she's made so many different sounds. It's hard to know what she's about. And again, someone like Billie Eilish, her voice is so, like, I could hear a Billie Eilish song and know it's her. Yeah, I think you need a clear identity. Yeah. And then, yeah, I agree.
It's all identity.
And how you brand yourself, how you market yourself. But what if you're an artist who wants to transition, or you're a producer who wants to transition? And you've never marketed yourself as one or the other.
It's good to collaborate with people who know how to do that. You got to go with their ideas as much as yours, but also listen to other people as well and how you should image yourself and brand yourself. And just go with it. If it don't work, it don't work, but at least you tried, and then you can elevate yourself from there.
Should you keep trying? Because someone like Esther Dean, I think she's not trying anymore.
She ain't trying anymore.
Yeah. Should she have still tried and maybe waited for us to connect with her as an artist?
There's no harm in trying. If you don't try, you don't succeed.
That's it. Closed mouths don't get fed.
Exactly. Anyway, should we wrap this episode up?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of faff.
We didn't really conclude on anything as to whether it's a good strategy or not.
I just think do what you're doing. But then if you want to branch out from being a producer and a songwriter into a main artist, it's all about branding and how you connect to the general public and your image. Is there a story to tell? Is there something we should follow?
But in saying that, I think it also has a lot to do with label heads. If the label don't believe in you as an artist, they're not going to back you.
Then do it independently. And then eventually labels will come running if they vibe with your thing. Or you don't even need a label to do it on your own. You are who you are. People will vibe with it if they want. People won't. If you get to a label, you are going to change. They will change you and mold you into what they want.
Yeah, because you get less creative control. You're their puppet.
Work with a good team, good management.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, it's not as straightforward as it seems. Because even Leon Thomas, who's been producing, songwriting, is he independent? I don't know. He signed. Do you think he had to kind of really pitch himself to labels then for them to take him seriously as an artist? He would have had to.
He's talented enough. I think his songs speak for himself. You know how he looks, but you're not really looking at him to...
But some people say if you haven't got the face for it, we're not going to back you. Anyway, we didn't really conclude on anything, but what are you guys' thoughts? What do you think? Let us know.
We're going to wrap up this episode. You can find us on all the streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music as well. Find us on YouTube where all the videos are available for you to stream. Check out our previous episodes as well.
You can find us at Sync the Beat Podcast everywhere, including YouTube. Please watch the YouTube clips so you can see what we look like. Woo!
I think they know. Yeah, separate handles.
You can find me at Topsy everywhere, and you can find Alex
at Alex Akula
everywhere.
Signing out.